My name is Nyakato Maureen and I'm 31 years old. Yes, I live in Fortportal. However, I come from Masindi. I came Fortportal in 2008 and joined Mountains of the Moon University, where I attained my diploma in computer science. But to date, I'm doing agriculture as an agribusiness, dealing in vegetable growing and spices, and then processing, plus trainings. Yeah, we teach other people on what we do. And it is more of urban farming, utilizing small spaces for farming. We have quite a number of spices and vegetables. For the vegetables, we grow things like cucumbers. As you can see, there are some of cucumbers here. We are growing leeks. What you're seeing here is called leeks. They are leafy onions. We grow broccoli. Broccoli is up there. We grow kinds of spinach, we grow lettuce, we grow beetroots. And when it comes to spices, we do celery, we do oregano, we do marjoram, we do thyme, we do sage, we have different mints, we have cactus, we are growing stevia, the natural sugar. So it's quite a number of stuff. Yeah, there are herbs which you put in your tea, and which you can put in your food or perhaps your juices, but they are spices. Okay, they spice it up, but they are herbs, which helps in curing so many health-related diseases. We do read a lot of books, and we research about these plants, both on internet and books, to get to know more about them. That brings me back to the genesis of this business, how it started. It started in 2015 as a result of my mom being sick. She had a health-related problem, which was a heart disease. Her heart was covered with lots of fats. So when we went to the Heart Institute, the doctor advised that she should take lots of vegetables. So she gave us the list. The doctor gave us a list of vegetables. So because of their scarcity, because I would look for most of them, I didn't know them. Personally, most of the list of the vegetables he gave us, I never knew them, but I had to look for them, and they were hard to find here. Most of those vegetables are the kind of vegetables you find in Nakasero, Kampala, in those big supermarkets. Faced with the above problem, so I started growing them myself on a smaller space in a kitchen garden. But as a result, they turned out to be so many. They were enough for us to use, enough to give that to the neighbors, and still remained with the surplus. So I started looking for market for those vegetables. So and when I went out to look for the market, I found that there was a huge gap that I could cover. So that's how it turned into a business. And I used most of them for my mom's illness, and I saw them work. Yes, and I've had lots of customers, some of my customers who come to me asking for the same things that have been prescribed to them by doctors, because food is medicine. When you take the right food or the right herb, you cure a particular disease that you are looking at. So she used to take them as well as the tablets. But a time came whereby she never required to use the tablets, and we remained on the diet. So food is medicine. It is fully registered as a sole proprietor and a sole proprietorship. Yes, we pay income taxes per year, that is 150. So it is registered. It is fully registered under Greco Organic Farm. I decided to go formal because at first I was doing it informally, but of course as business grows, you go doing certain things. For example, I had to register the business so that I can secure my business name. That is number one, so that I also secure my products that I'm putting out on the market. When we grow our spices, when we add value on them. Yes, so you can't keep selling stuff on the market, for example, take them to the supermarket, take them to the hotels. You have to be registered, you have to secure your name. Otherwise, someone else may take up your business. We have quite a number of income generating activities on our farm. And from those generating activities, income generating activities, we are able to earn 3 million a month. Yes, so when we remove the wages, those are the salary of us, the workers, plus the business expenses, at least we are able to save, to remain with 1 million. Yes, we have farm visits, we do trainings, then we design kitchen gardens. Yeah, we can come and design this in your office. If you want this at your place, at home, we can come and do that. We sell potted plants. Just you can see the plants around that are potted either in plastics or tires or the planting bags. We have seedlings. We as well have seeds. So we also sell the fresh vegetables. We also sell the fresh spices. We also have the processed ones. We organic farmers. Yes, in our soils we mix in droppings from animals to make sure our soils are fertile. The second way we manage our farms is a biological way, by having herbs around the garden. When you have herbs around the garden, they chase away some insects. So that is the biological way we do manage our farm. We have an irrigation system, the drip line irrigation system, just like you can see here around the farm. We also make our own organic pesticides, yeah, by using these local herbs to spray our crops. We do keep our daily records. For example, we have hotels where we supply and they pay us monthly. So we have invoices, we have invoice books, we have receipts. We also sometimes pay by checks, we have checkbooks. So all those are forms of keeping our records. Of course, it benefits the business by seeing whether the business is progressing or going down. It also helps us to see the data. It also helps us to see what crops are selling more than the others when we keep the records. It also helps us to manage, of course, our data. Sometimes we have lots of the vegetables. You see, now, Kabarole, the climate is good. Most of the times we have the rains and we have surplus of the herbs. Instead of wasting them, so we at least add value on them in order not to lose them. And besides that, we have quite a number of clients who are sometimes coming from afar and they cannot carry plants. So carrying something processed in a small tin, it is more easy for them. Then the other thing is sometimes you also earn more on something that you have added value on than selling the fresh. For example, you can find I'm selling a bundle of thyme at 2,000, but if I dried and packed it, I sell that same thyme at like 5,000. Still have a challenge when it comes to the value addition processing, because for example, now we don't have the dryers of our own. We use dryers for other people, so which sometimes is it leads to losses. Yeah, sometimes now you are ready, you want to go and do the processing, to do the drying, and then the dryer is busy. So it is a challenge that we are facing. When you dry and package, then that means the product is safe. And for the fresh vegetables, for us, we sell on order. Yeah, we don't go to like the way people go to market, harvest and go and wait for a customer. No, for us we sell on order. Yeah, once our client, that's how we set our marketing terms. They make an order and we sell fresh from the garden. So we only harvest what we are going to sell. We have a website, that is number one. We have flyers. Yeah, we have flyers, we have business cards. We have a car which is branded. That is another way of marketing, and you can see we have t-shirts that are branded, we have posters, we have banners. At first we were hawking them. After we started using borders, but we found it quite very expensive, so we acquired our own motorbikes. Yes, when something is not too bulky, we use a motorbike. Why? It saves on transport, because you find where you are going to use 5,000. Okay, if I'm to use a car, I'm using 20,000 fuel. And if I'm to use a motorbike, I'm using 5,000 for fuel. So that's why we use them. We use both. I'm under Uzia, Uganda Small Scale Industries. Yes, it has benefited me in a way that, number one, we do savings. Number two, they have taken us to quite a number of exposure visits, yes, to improve on our business. They also take us in workshops, for example, financial literacy. We learn about how to be good entrepreneurs. Then they also take us through the value addition. So it is me and my workers. We are three, the permanent one. I, the managing director. We have one who is a trainer. We have another one who takes care of this place, plus the other one that we left at office. Yeah, the impact that I've had on my community, I've taught like very many people who are interested to utilize their small spaces for farming, and collectively we sell. Because now you might wonder, this is not a very big garden to begin supplying 5-6 hotels, but just because I taught my community, we collectively sell. So once I know, I have them all in my records, I know where to get what. If I get a big order, so I harvest what I have, and I also get from the people around me. The innovations that we have, number one is the irrigation system. We have this drip line irrigation system here. The other innovation that we are having is using the local available materials for farming. Some things that people see as wastage, we recycle them and turn them into planting materials. For example, if you see, we have tires around. These are tires people just throw and burn, hence destroying the environment, but for us we collect them and use them for farming. You can see water bottles. Yes, the other innovative thing that we have done on our farm is our way of security in terms of fencing. Instead of using these other things that are not beneficial, for example, there is this hedge people normally use as chogam. Chogam is not beneficial in any way, apart from creating what? The cover. But now we are using, for example, you can see our fence, some kind of plant that is called chaya. Chaya is a tree spinach that can be used for one to eat. People can consume it, yet it is a fence. It can feed animals. When you have rabbits at home, when you have cattle, when you have piggery, this is a fence that can as well benefit you. COVID did not affect us much, because when COVID just started, this is when most people who have been in offices, busy in offices, not realizing that even they had spaces at home to farm. This is the time when they realized that now I have time. Instead of wasting this time, let me plant something, let me do something. So we got a lot of customers to go and do the gardening at their homes, so which was a benefit to us. And many organizations have come up to fight hunger during COVID by helping other people grow food in their home, of which we have taken part. For example, we worked with KRC to make gardens in the refugee camp Chaka. So we were there and we worked on 5 different health centers, whereby we were able to set up gardens and as well teach the refugees on how to live healthy. And then the other thing is during this COVID time, people have begun to be very much conscious of eating healthy. So we were able to sell a number of stuff. So COVID did not really affect us so much. Yeah, because we started very small, really, on a veranda, on a compound. But today, we have our own land, like you can see here. We started by hawking the vegetables. Little by little, we bought one bike. Then we managed to get another one. After, we bought a pickup to carry these plants. After, we have also managed to acquire another vehicle. The other biggest achievement is being registered as a business. Yeah, becoming formal. It is really something, learning how to add value in these things. Because before, we would plant the vegetables or the herbs. Sometimes you fail to get the customers. And then they're in plenty, you end up just losing everything. That is also an achievement. Then also, we got a chance and participated in a competition. It was called an Enable Youth Program. Yes. Yeah, it took in around 800 of the young agripreneurs. It took us around 6 months in that competition. We happened to be among the best 20 and we were supported. So that has also helped us to reach this far.